Hello everyone, my name is Arohi and welcome to my channel. So guys, today we will learn about another agentic AI framework called EGNO, which was earlier known as PhiData. So let's understand what is EGNO. EGNO is an open source framework using which we can build multi-agent systems. Now, multi-agent system means a system where multiple agents can work together to solve problems, they collaborate, they share memory to achieve one common goal. But before learning about EGNO, let's understand why do we need EGNO if we already have a framework, other frameworks like LangChain, LangGraph, and Creo AI. With these frameworks, we can create agents, right? Then why EGNO? So the main reason is EGNO is very fast and it uses very little memory. So let's talk about speed first and then we'll discuss about the memory part. So EGNO can create agents, EGNO can start agents in just 3 microseconds, which is very fast, right? So why this is important? Because we can create many agents quickly. So let's take one example. Suppose you have a website where each user gets a personal AI assistant, means an agent, okay? So using EGNO, you can create these assistants, you can create these agents in just microseconds, and then your users which are there on your website, they will not have to experience any delay because everything is happening quickly, agents are working quickly, you are starting agents quickly. So the experience will be better for users because there will be no delay. Now let's talk about memory. So in EGNO, agents use very little memory. Each agent in EGNO only uses about 6.5 KB of memory. That's even less than a small image or a single browser tab. Now, why does this matter? It matters because it means you can run hundreds or even thousands of agents on a single machine without crashing or without, slowing things down. Let's understand this with one example. So let's say your computer has 1 GB of RAM and you could technically run over 150,000 agents just based on the memory usage. And let's suppose if your PC if you have 64 GB of RAM, then you could technically run over 10 million agents at the same time. So in simple words, this means we can handle huge workloads without crashing our system, and we can build agentic AI apps that can serve millions of users at once. In short, we can say with EGNO, agents are created very fast and each agent use very little memory. And this is very helpful when you're building apps that need many agents working together or apps that serve lots of users at same time, right? Now let's talk about another feature of EGNO, which is EGNO is multi-model. It means that we can use EGNO for building multi-model AI agents. Multi-model simply means that agent can work with different types of input and output, not just text. It means it can handle input in the form of text, images, audios, and video. And guys, this multi-model feature is very useful because we don't just communicate with text. We also use pictures, we use sound, and we use videos. And if agents can handle these data types, then this will make our apps more interactive and realistic. And then these apps can be useful in real world because these apps can now handle real world data in a better way, right? So now let's look at one example to understand how multimodal agents work. Let's take example of healthcare assistant. So suppose user uploads a photo of skin rash. Now agent will look at this image. It will ask follow-up question. It can ask those questions using voice, right? And then it will provide advice. And output, the output which agent will give, it will give a it can give a diagnosis in text format or in the form of voice, and it can also show some related images for the reference, right? So in this example, agent is not just using text, it is working with images, it is working with audio and text. The input is an image. So if you'll see this example, the input to this agent is image, right? And the output is a mix of voice and written text and images. So with multimodal, your agent can see, hear, speak, it can watch and describe, it can read and write. So it will not be a basic chatbot. Now, if your agent is multimodal agent, that means your agent is more realistic, right? But guys, we have other agentic AI frameworks also like LangGraph and Creo AI. Are they not multimodal? Can we build multimodal agents with them? So let's talk about that a bit. Let's first talk about LangGraph. So LangGraph is not multimodal by default. Okay. So basically, LangGraph focuses on text-based workflow. You provide input in the form of text, you get output as text, right? But we can make it multimodal by writing some extra code ourselves. Means if you want to build a multimodal agent using LangGraph, so by default, LangGraph does not support that, but we can write our custom code, then we can integrate it with our LangGraph, then we can make it multimodal agent. Let's see it with example. So let's say you want to build an agent that answer questions about an image. And to do this in LangGraph, first we need to use a multi-model model like GPT-4 Vision or any other model which which is image capable. First you need to choose one model yourself which can handle images. Okay, so in this case, let's say we decided to go with GPT-4 Vision, right? So this part we did manually, we chose the model. And after that, you will write a code yourself. We will write our code ourselves manually to accept the image which user will upload, right? And after that, we also need to write a code which will convert if there is some conversion needed, that conversion, and then the code related to that part when we will send the image to the model, that part also, the coding related to that part also we need to do ourselves manually, right? Then we will create a node in LangGraph to run the logic, right? In LangGraph we create nodes and we assign tasks. There is a flow you follow, right? So this is how you can use LangGraph to build multi-model agent. But the issue here is that we have to write the logic manually. We have to write the logic ourselves, which is very time consuming, and this is a lot of extra work. Now let's take another example. So suppose you are building a audio transcription agent using LangGraph only, right? Which can give you a summary or a transcript from the audio file. So in this case, first what we need some sort of API, let's say Whisper API or any other speech to text model, right, which will accept the audio and it will convert it into text, audio to text model. So first our task will be to choose the model or to choose the API for this task, right? And then we will create a node in LangGraph for it. We will write the code which will accept the audio file, which will transcript it, and then to write the summary we need another node which will perform this summarization. So we have to write all that code ourselves. So here again we have to build the logic ourselves. We are doing everything manually here. So what we understood, that LangGraph can technically be multimodal, but only if we plug in the logic ourselves. Here we are responsible for choosing the right model. We are writing the input and the output logic. We are managing the file formats ourselves. We are designing each workflow node from scratch, right? On the other hand, Egno makes this super easy. It supports images, audios, and videos natively, so we don't have to do all the task manually, all the setup manually. Okay, so you just define the input type like image or audio and it knows how to handle it. So guys, now we understood why we should use Egno. Now let's see how to use it. We will set up the environment first and then I'll show you how we can create agent in Egno. So let's start. First, open the command prompt. And then I'm going in a E drive because I have created a separate environment for this code. And guys, I always recommend to work under a separate environment whenever you try something new. So if you want to know how to create a separate environment, then you can check this video. Otherwise, if you have Python installed, you can directly work under it. Okay, so let me activate the environment where I am working. So I basically have this folder Agentic AI. Inside this, I have another folder with a name of PyData Egno. Here I have my environment. So environment name is my VENV. So I'm working in Windows and this is how you activate the environment in Windows. So environment name, scripts, and then activate, hit enter here. See, now my environment is ready. Now let's go back to E drive. Now let me show you the Python version I'm using. So the Python version is, oh, sorry. So the Python version is 3.12.0. So guys, creating an environment is a separate thing. The main thing is you should have Python installed. In my case, I'm using this Python. And now you will install the Egno package. And how you'll install the Egno package? You will just write pip install upgrade Egno, and you will run this command. In my case, it is already installed, but again, I'm running this. You'll see requirement already satisfied. So Egno is installed. Now we will run the code. And guys, for today's tutorial, I'm working on a notepad, and here I will run the code. So to create an agent, you need to import agent from egno.agent. Okay, whenever you want to create an agent, you will import this, and then you will define the agent like this. So agent, this agent, okay, then you will provide the model to it. So which model we are using over here? We are using GPT 3.5 Turbo. You can use any other model over here. Description, so Egno Q&A agent, markdown false, and this is how you create an agent. Now guys, I've written this model over here, but to use this model, you need to first load the API key of OpenAI. So now let me just show you how you can do that. We will upload the OpenAI API key from .env file. Okay, so let me write it first. What we will do is, in this folder, see guys, this is where we are going to work. Okay, in E drive folder, I have a demo folder, and this is the code L1_Egno. This is the code which I'm showing you here. Let me open it. See, E drive demo folder. This is the file name. All right. So in demo folder, first what will you do? Just enter in demo folder, because our code is in demo folder. Now we have entered in demo folder. Here, this is our code, and now you first need to place the API key of OpenAI in .env file, and you have to put that file over here. Let me do that. So this is the .env file. Let me open this file. See, OpenAI API key, and this is my API key. Guys, this API key will not work for you. You have to create your own API key. Okay, so here you will place in .env file, we have our OpenAI API key, and this is our code. Now we will write a little script over here using which we can load the OpenAI API key. So this is the script for that, these few lines. First, we are importing load_.env from this package, and we are importing OS package. Then this is how you load the OpenAI API key from .env file. Okay, and this is how you use it. After that, we are creating the agent. Now we are saying that we want to use OpenAI GPT 3.5 model. Now let's save this. Now let's see how to run it. So go here, you will write Python, and then the file name. What is the file name? L1egno.py. Let's run it. Oh, okay, we need to import this package also. Let me import this package. See, we have mentioned this package over here. Now let's run the code again. See, nothing happened here because we are not asking any questions yet, right? So let's ask a question to agent now. So I'm asking, what is the capital of India? And Egno agent, this is the agent we have created, right? Dot print response, and this is the question we are asking to this agent, right? Let's save it and run again. See, we asked this question, what is the capital of India? See, what is the capital of India? And it gave us reply, the capital of India is New Delhi. So guys, this is how you can create agent in Egno. In my next video, we will talk about tools. We will see how to use inbuilt tools, predefined tools, and how to build custom tools. Then we will see how to work with memory and how to use RAG with Egno, right? So in my upcoming videos, I'm going to cover these topics, and the link of this code is given in description section. And guys, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.